You open your browser, type google.com, and press enter. Less than a second later, Google's homepage appears. Pretty normal, right? But here's something most people never think about. Your computer has absolutely no idea what google.com actually is. Seriously, to your computer, it's just a bunch of letters. It's like writing John on an envelope without an address and somehow expecting the mail carrier to know exactly where to deliver it. So how does your computer know where Google actually lives? The answer is something you've probably used thousands of times without ever noticing. It's called DNS. Humans love names. Google, YouTube, Netflix, Wikipedia. Names are easy to remember. Computers don't think that way. They communicate using numbers called IP addresses. You can think of an IP address as the street address of a house. If you wanted to visit a friend's house, knowing only their name wouldn't be enough. You'd need their address. The internet works exactly the same way. Every website has an IP address, and that's what computers use to find each other. So when you type google.com, your computer has one important question. What's Google's IP address? And that's where DNS comes in. DNS stands for Domain Name System. It sounds technical, but the idea is surprisingly simple. Think about your phone for a second. When you want to call your friend Alex, you don't memorize their phone number. You simply tap Alex. Your phone quietly finds the correct number for you. DNS does the exact same thing. When you type google.com, your computer sends a tiny request to a DNS server. It's basically asking, hey, what's the IP address for google.com? The DNS server looks it up and replies with the correct address. Now your computer finally knows where Google is and can start the real conversation. But here's the interesting part. How does the DNS server know? Does it memorize the address of every website on Earth? Not even close. Instead, it knows who to ask. Imagine you're looking for someone's house in another city. You ask a local person. They say, I'm not sure, but the city office should know. The city office points you to the right neighborhood. The neighborhood points you to the correct street. Eventually, someone gives you the exact address. DNS works almost exactly like that. If one DNS server doesn't know the answer, it asks another server, then another. Each server gets you one step closer until the correct IP address is found. That answer travels all the way back to your computer, usually in just a few milliseconds. Now, you might be wondering, if DNS has to ask all these different servers every single time, wouldn't websites take forever to load? Actually, no. And that's because your computer is smarter than you might think. Once it learns Google's IP address, it remembers it for a while. This is called DNS caching. It's just like saving someone's phone number after calling them once. The next time you visit Google, your computer already knows where to go. No need to ask all over again. Once your computer has Google's IP address, DNS has finished its job. Now your computer connects directly to Google servers. It sends a request that basically says, I'd like the Google homepage. Google responds by sending back everything your browser needs: the HTML, the images, the fonts, the styles, the JavaScript. Your browser takes all those pieces, puts them together, and within moments, the Google homepage appears on your screen. So the next time you type the name of a website, remember what's really happening behind the scenes. Your computer doesn't understand names, it understands addresses. DNS is the translator that turns human-friendly names into computer-friendly IP addresses. It's one tiny step that usually happens in less than a blink, yet without it, the internet as we know it simply couldn't exist. And now that we've found Google's server, there's an even bigger mystery. How does Google search billions of web pages and find exactly what you're looking for in less than a second? We'll uncover that in the next video.